Hey movie fans, make sure you watch to the end of this because you've got Richard's review followed by mine.
Hi movie fans, and welcome to another edition of Movies. Today we're reviewing Banshees of Inisherin, a 2022 film directed and scripted by Martin McDonagh and starring Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson, Kerry Condon and Barry Keoghan. And that is about as interesting as it gets. This might be the quickest review we've ever done, but not as quickly as I hoped the film would end. At 1 hour 54 minutes, it was 1 hour 52 minutes too long for me, and that precious 2 minutes of golden screen time all belongs to a wonderful turn by Farrell's donkey, who is integral to the film's plot, such as it is. So, the plot. At the risk of disclosing any spoilers, turn off now. There isn't one. There is definitely no banshee in sight. The film, tagged as a black tragicomedy, is set on a remote Irish island, like Craggy Island without the jokes, and involves Gleeson deciding one day to stop being friends with Farrell, and with help from Condon and Keoghan, Farrell spends most of the film slowly, oh so very slowly, trying to find out why, and, if possible, repair the friendship. And that's it. By the time the credits rolled, I was past caring whether Farrell managed to reconnect with Gleeson or what the cause of the fracture was, which is perhaps the whole point of the film. So as not to sound a complete heathen in this critique, there are touches here to admire. The cinematography, for instance, is beautifully shot by Ben Davis, who paints the island in lush green textures, and, well, that's it, really. Oh yeah, and the donkey was excellent. Which is all a shame, as McDonagh's directorial debut was the excellent, again, black tragicomedy In Bruges, which first saw the director teaming up with Farrell and Gleeson to deliver one of the best films of 2008, centering on two hitmen stuck in Bruges, where else, awaiting the instructions of crime boss Ralph Fiennes. The film was everything Banshees isn't. It had plot, pace, it was funny, interesting, dramatic, occasionally laugh out loud, and driven along by strong characters you remained invested in till the end of the film. Here, the lack of any noticeable narrative driving the movie along leaves the audience focusing on the central performances of Gleeson and Farrell, two actors I much admire, who here just come across as stereotypical rural top-of-the-morning Irish types, which may well be true to life, at least it's Irish characters played by Irish actors, but you long for edgier performances, or at least an edgier or pacier movie in which their characters can shine. See again In Bruges. The film has gained a number of movie awards, and there are enough positive critical reviews to suggest this is appealing to somebody out there in the movieverse. But if, like me, you like a bit of cheese on your cracker or meat in your Irish stew, then this movie is not for you. Unlike Banshees, I'd hate to overstay my welcome, so if you enjoyed the review, please like and subscribe. We'll always try and reply to comments received, and we'll see you soon.
Hey there, I just thought I'd tag this on to the end of Richard's fine review. Although I thought Richard was giving it 2. It's a wonderful thing how we all have different opinions on movies, and mine on this particular movie is quite different from Richard's. I agree with some of his comments about the pace, but then when you're in a sparsely populated place, time will go slow and life just plods along, and this is very well reflected in the film. And being set in a remote rural setting on an island off the coast of Ireland does remind you of a setting from the TV series Father Ted. This is a movie about loneliness, about a guy in the middle of nowhere feeling confined by his surroundings, slowly going mad with despair, realising his mortality and worried about being forgotten after his life is over. He's someone who wants to stop being nice and do something to be remembered by. As he quotes in the film, "Nobody remembers nice, but everyone knows the name of Mozart. Gleeson is the smarter of the two characters, and he's got tired of his foolish friend played by Farrell. He feels that Farrell is bringing him down and doesn't want to hang around with him anymore. And in the film, he actually tells him, "I don't want to be friends anymore." Now, Farrell doesn't understand this, and he needs an answer as to why and what's changed between them. As Farrell keeps on trying to find out why and starts pestering him every day, Gleeson gives him an ultimatum. And the ultimatum is, "Don't talk to me anymore. If you do, I will cut off my finger." Which is quite a big deal, as the one thing Gleeson's character has in his life is his fiddle playing and music, and there's something he loves. Amongst all this, you have Farrell's smart sister, played by Condon, who wants to get out and do something with her life before it's too late. And you also have what is supposed to be the village idiot, played by Keegan, whose character, really, is looking for love. And also, alongside all this, there's a civil war raging in 1920s Ireland. The four main characters of Farrell, Gleeson, Condon and Keegan are all excellent in this movie. The setting looks like a lush green empty desert, and the music is very fitting to the film. One of the main criticisms from the public will be that with Farrell, Gleeson and McDonagh back together for a movie, everyone's going to be expecting an In Bruges 2, and they will be sorely disappointed. I feel that most would have seen the billing and give it a go, and ultimately they will not get what they came for. Because overall, this is a dark movie full of despair. But I enjoyed it. It's not for everyone. It's slow, it's dark, and it's depressing, and full of despair. But I found it watchable and entertaining, unlike Richard. We would love some comments as to which side of the coin you sit with this movie. Do you love it or do you hate it? Thanks for watching. See you soon for more top movie reviews.